Hey everybody, I wanted to take a minute to share with you this program called Quizizz. Quizizz. So if you actually type that into the browser, it'll actually bring you up to the Quizizz website. It's a free website that you can actually download for the students. If you've never done Quizizz, but you've done Kahoot, think about Kahoot being teacher-led, but Quizizz being student-led. So in other words, in Kahoot, it's on the smartboard. You do one question at a time. Students score points. On Quizizz, you set up the quiz. Students take the quiz at their own pace, yet they still score points just like they would on Kahoot, but it's done at their own pace and at their own time. So the accounts you can set up are free. I actually just linked mine to my Google account. If you don't have a Google account, we can get one created from you at the board, or you can just link it to your own personal Google account. But this is just the students really never have an account that they create. This is just a way for you to access the materials. So once you log into the account and you pull up your screen, so this is mine, so you'll see it's linked to my account right here. But once you pull up the screen, you'll actually have a choice of being able to find different quizzes. So you can actually search on the Quizizz database, and you can find quizzes that you want to pull in and make your own. And simply by doing that, you just click, and it just takes you to the different quizzes. If you want to actually search for a quiz, you can actually just kind of find a quiz and search for the topic. And then that way it'll find you a quiz, and then you can actually make it your own. So let's just look at these. Over here on the side, it gives you some sample questions of the quiz. You'll see those. And then down here in the middle, it just gives you the different quizzes. It tells you not only how many times did somebody play this quiz, it tells you the grade level for the quiz, how many people liked it. And then usually when you click on the quiz, it gives you how many questions over here. So if you hover over it, you'll see that it keeps changing on the right-hand side. So it just tells you kind of how many quizzes. It gives you some samples of them. If you want to see the full quiz, you can just actually come over here to the bottom, click View Full Quiz, and it will take you to what the full quiz looks like. Now, let's say you like this quiz. This is a quiz that you like, but, I don't like one of these questions because maybe it doesn't pertain. So you can take this quiz, make it your own, and then edit whatever you want. And to do that, you come over here to your options, and you can actually just duplicate it. So when you click on duplicate, it's actually going to make the quiz yours. It just dropped this quiz now into your account. And over here now on the side, you see you have a couple of extra options, including edit. So if you click on edit, now you can actually go in and edit questions that you don't like, edit quizzes questions that you do like. You can change things around. So you can just simply click on the edit, or you can delete a question. So this is how you can do quizzes, and there's a ton of quizzes already done. So there's tons of things that you can do. Let's say you want to make your own quiz. So you have a question that is particular to your topic. You can come over here to create a new quiz. And when you create a new quiz, you'll basically just click on that. It'll open a brand new box. You give it the directions of where you want it to be, what topic you want it to fall under, language, the quiz name, and then you would just save it. If there's quiz standards, if you have standards, you can actually align them to standards, and you can do it that way. So that's basically how you make your quizzes. If you pull up some quizzes, here's that one that I put in here from the math vocabulary. So when I'm ready for my kids to take the quiz, let's say that I have it in here, I go into my account from my smartboard, I access the quiz, and then I pull that up from my collection. So we're going to go ahead and finish editing that quiz because it's already saying that it's done. So I've edited everything. I have everything out. And so now when I'm back to this screen, when I pull the quiz up, because everything's edited, I come over here to where it says host a game. And when I click host a live game, what's going to happen? It's going to ask me a couple of things. For example, if I'm going to require a login, it's going to give me some different options. Do I want in-game answers on? I usually leave the leaderboards on. You can change some of these things. Do you want the question timer? Do you want the questions to be shuffled? You can basically put anything you want or check off if you don't want it. Most of those I leave on, but you can customize it any way you want. And then basically once you hit host the game, what's going to happen is your screen's going to change, It's going to give the website for your students to log into from any device, and then a code. And then once they enter this website, it'll take them to a place where they enter the code and their name. And once they've entered those, down here at the bottom, you're going to start seeing students populate. When all of your students have populated, you would hit start and your Quizizz begins. Basically, what it will do is it'll just start asking the students questions. They score more points if they get it right. They score more points if they get it right and in a quicker time. They score 0 points if they get it wrong. And then there's a leaderboard that comes up on your end. Now, without doing a quiz on here, I won't be able to show you kind of the data that it collects at the end, but the data for this is really cool. What it will do at the end is it will actually collect all the data. It will tell you what questions were answered, how long it took the average student to answer each question, which questions were answered in the least amount of accuracy, the greatest amount of accuracy. You can actually pull them up. You can figure out which question was most incorrectly answered and what was the most incorrect answer chosen. So it gives you a lot of data that you can actually use with your students in class. If you like Kahoot, you'll love Quizizz because once again, it's very engaging and interacting for the kids. And it takes a lot of the emphasis off of you as a teacher of having to direct the students. So if you think about trying Quizizz, sign up for a free account today and you can get started.